Last time on Dokkan Who, Hayden and Luke met a man whose name was very dangerous and to the absolute extreme. Today, Hayden and Toasty the Upsetter interview a man who knows his alphabet really well. Stay tuned for Dokkan Who, everybody. Welcome back to Dokkan Who, everybody. I'm your amazing, immaculate host, Hayden. Having another fun time with another Dokkan Who with some very fun, I say very fun people, very fun person, and then my co-host. You know him, he had his own Dokkan Who. Toasty, how are you today, Toasty?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
I am good. Toasty, it's been a minute since we've talked. You were in Boston a little while ago. How was that?
It was so much fun. Like, the sights, the people, the food. Oh my god, the food. It was phenomenal.
Don't they have a lot of seafood in Boston?
They have good seafood, and we hit up one of the big pastry shops, Mike's Pastries. One of the best cannolis I've ever had.
Sounds good. Hey, did you happen to go talk about our podcast while you're about? Like, go to a random place in Boston to be like, check out the Dokkan Win podcast?
You know, I had thoughts about it, but then I realized I'm in Boston and people will just ignore me, so I kept walking.
Fair enough. Well, at least, I mean, we have a very special guest with us today that probably won't disappoint me as much as you have in the past, if I'm being honest.
Wait, who's here today?
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Adam or ABC.plays from TikTok.
Welcome, Adam, or ABC. I mean, we'll call you Adam. It's a little more, how do I say this? Professional to call you by your name as opposed to your TikTok name.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally cool with that, man. Randomly, ABC is actually my initials, and so it's like Adam B. Coleman, basically.
Oh,
So,
neat.
pretty easy.
More you know.
Yeah, it's I was trying to, because originally my TikTok name was like Dokkan and Legenda Player, and it didn't really roll off the tongue that well. So I was like, well, I'll just change it up to something a little bit more simpler. So.
And it's kind of cool. I thought it was just some random, like one of those times you just randomly type in like 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is what you're stuck as. Not okay. That's kind of cool.
Hey, that's my Discord name, bro. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So.
That's why I asked. Originally thought that's why our intro. Whoever said that amazing intro said what he said. Thought it was alphabetical. Well, Adam.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. It's a real pleasure to have you on Dokkan Who.
Yeah, I'm excited. Ready to talk about some stuff. So.
And for those out there that are just first tuning in, this will be your first Dokkan Who is a fun little thing where we interview random players out there. We literally could go steal somebody. We once, Adam, did you know we once stole somebody out of a Walmart parking lot to do a Dokkan Who with us?
I did not. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a Dokkan Battle Art on Instagram. You need to go. It's one of our prior ones. We actually talked about. I was walking through Walmart one day. I see him sitting over by a pole with those weird seagulls that, for whatever weird reason, fly around with no sea around. And I said, "Do you play Dokkan?" "No, I play Naruto." "Well, too bad. You're a Dokkan player now." And I just stole him and kidnapped him.
Oh man, yeah. Hopefully, you guys don't kidnap me today. So
Well,
wife's a fighter.
I mean, if we're being technical, I'm a lot closer to kidnapping you than other people could be.
That is true. Yeah,
That's
not a.
whoa.
Yeah.
It's not what you think. Don't worry. All right, so Adam, like I said, welcome, and we're going to get started with a very, very simple question. I think we always start off with this one. Actually, really quick, we are going to go on a quick side tangent prior. I talked to Adam last night. Toasty, you need to listen to this. I talked to Adam last night, and he and I had a very chill conversation. However, Adam said one thing that made me think that he prepared for this Dokkan Who.
Oh.
Okay.
And I felt like a sense of, I have to one-up this man, and I have a whole new set of questions that I've never asked, all for Adam here.
I hate you.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Here we go.
I always got to start off with the easy one. So, to get us started, Adam, what got you into Dokkan, and how long have you been playing the game?
Yeah, so I have been playing since 2-year anniversary. kind of just kind of randomly what made me want to start playing is I don't know if you guys are familiar, if you guys had old iPhone 5Cs or not, but there was an old Dragon Ball game called Tap Battle, and it only had like it was only like launched for like a couple of months, and you could only play with the Z Warriors, and so that got me kind of like playing Dragon Ball games online. And then I would say like 2 years later, like I tried to look for that game, and I thought that's what Dokkan was, and turns out it wasn't. It was something a little bit different, and I was kind of just hooked since.
That's okay. So Dokkan was a happy accident, basically.
Yeah, you can, yeah, you can say that it was, yeah, it was a happy accident. So
I think
Humble beginnings. Humble beginnings.
I think I do remember Tap Battle. I never had it. I think I had one of those. Like I had a jailbroken G-pad. If people out there know what a G-pad is, it's like the Galaxy version of an iPad, which was crap. I had a Dragon Ball game on there that I think was Tap Battle or something. It was something like that. This was years ago. I can't remember anymore.
yeah, any bootleg Dragon Ball game on the Android apps were clutch though. They were always pretty fun.
Yeah,
That's very true.
like I said, my little G-pad was jailbroken, so I was able to get like iPhone games and Google games. I had literally access to both app stores and even the Japanese app store because I played the Kingdom Hearts mobile game on the G-pad for a little while.
Yeah, bro. Love Kingdom Hearts.
Best game franchise ever. All right, Toasty.
Oh, yeah.
On to you with your very simple question before the fun begins.
Start off easy. Do you have a favorite unit and why?
Man, that's hard. I have tons of favorite units. I guess I'll be the basic white girl S in the chat today, and I'll say LRMUI, man. Like since he's fully rainbowed on my reps team, then he's been killing it. I haven't had any issues with his dodge mechanic, praise the Lord, and everything that came out, for Japan, like I wanted him since like he came out, and so the fact that I have him on my team now, he hasn't disappointed me. So definitely MUI Goku.
You say it's a basic answer. I mean, if you look at his kit, it's
Yeah.
really hard to say he is not one of, if not the best. I mean, and also like his art is awesome. Like, dude, that's a totally valid choice.
Yeah. So like on TikTok, and I don't mean to like rabbit hole, but just I see a lot of JP users on my following that follow me, and so it's like, oh, Tech Gogeta's better now, and oh, this is better, and that's better, and Goku's dodge mechanics not that great, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I get that, but I mean, at the time, like Goku was literally game breaking,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm being honest. I still would put the UI Goku at the top because of all the thing he is capable to do. The Gogeta is cool, and I got another tangent to go on before I ask my next question. But the Gogeta is cool, but the UI just seems more. Though he's RNG based, he seems more reliable than the Gogeta.
Definitely.
and he's on more teams too, aren't
I think.
pretty sure. Yeah, I mean. Like, I don't know the categories at the top of my head. I think it's like 9 for MUI, and then it's like, well, I think it's 8 or 9, and then it's 6 or 7 for Gogeta.
That sounds right. There's just so many categories in the game. It's hard to know what's what with what anymore. But,
very true.
And I have another fun thing before I ask my thing. You mentioned that you have a very good dodge with your UI, and I hate to break it to you, but this could be the last time you ever get it, because there's a meme that goes along in our Discord that
Okay.
I steal the dodge chance of every other player.
That is very true.
Oh, so I'm on the wrong podcast then.
Maybe. But yeah, because we have like Intelligence UI. I would run Intelligence UI because he'd get hit once in every like 4 events for me. And then you have people like in here that'll be like, man, my UI just got hit 5 times in a row. And I'm sitting there with my hands clasped. Yes, they're my dodges. And then with AGL UI, we had a guy in chat a while back. We were doing it. He was in the God event. And I was actually doing the God event with him. And every time his AGL UI got attacked, he wouldn't dodge. And silently, mine was dodging every single one. So I stole every dodge he had.
My int UI Goku has yet to dodge, and I'm not joking.
Yeah, I haven't had my int UI Goku dodge. Randomly in my STR UI Goku, like all he did was dodge. Like I was like, are you sure this is like 70%? Because like literally every single like event that I took him to, like all he did was dodge.
Some units dodge 70% of the time, 100% of the time.
These odds feel really weighted.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how much you are paying Dokkan, is whenever they will actually like allow the dodge mechanic to come through. So
I'm just gonna wait like a week from now. We're gonna get a message from Adam in the Discord saying, "My UI stopped dodging. What happened?" And I'm just gonna put an evil face. What's a Mr. Evil from Austin Powers? I told you.
Oh yeah, Dr. Evil's clutch, bro.
All right. My question, the guys kicked off. I'm gonna get with a fun one. Back in the old days of Dokkan, there were called strike events, which were basically the top tier things in the game. Mm-hmm. If you could make strike events relevant again, what would you do?
Jesus Christ.
Shouldn't have said what you said, Adam. You picked the wrong bone.
Yeah. Like, are you talking about, like, revamping the cards or just remaking the event?
Like, think of it, like, basically, if you wanted to make a strike event, like, plausible in use again, because nowadays, I think the best one would be, I think it's a support unit. I think there's a TN support unit. I could be wrong on that. But I think he's the best one out of all of them.
Okay.
But they're just so bad because they're so old. So, yeah. Like revamp maybe new rarity or something like that. Like, what would you, how would you do?
No. Well, I mean, it's crazy because, like, Dokkan basically swapped that out with, like, great story event free-to-play characters, you know? And so I would just... I don't even know if, like, with the way... Like, unless, like, they just made the strike event characters just better, or the EZA, like, you added on, like, another stage or event that allowed, like, better awakening medals for, like, the units. Like, because that has, like, King... Is it King Chill? Or, like, what was Frieza's, like...
You had Lord Chilled, King Vegeta, King Cold.
Right.
All of them.
Yeah. I mean, just giving them EZA medals just to, like, boost up those teams, like, or those units, because, like, there's, like, I mean, I remember, like, year 2 going for, like, the Mega Frieza, and, giving them, like, actual, like great abilities after their Extreme Z Awakening, so...
Really fun about strike events is they don't hit TUR state. And that's something that I looked at a while back, and it blew my mind, because I thought back in the day they were SSRs into TURs, but they're SR into SSR with an SA-15 at Strike UR. I'm really curious what they could do with them. Like, if theoretically, if they wanted to, if they did an EZA, they could probably take them to SA-20 or A-18 or something like that.
Yeah, no, like, their EZA, like, definitely... I don't know, like, I think Dokkan has the ability to, like, change them into TURs now, you know? Like, there's been rumors that old TURs could become LRs in the game, so I could definitely see, like, SSRs becoming TURs with, like, crazy, like, LR comparable, like, stats, you know? I don't think they'll do that for the strike event, because that's literally... You can get past the paywall that way, so... But making them, like, usable, instead of just having them in people's boxes, letting wonder if they're going to baba them or not, to get the extra points, so...
Yeah, we had a discussion a while back, and we actually came up with a different rarity. It was Strike UR. Like, a complete new rarity for them, like, it's just basically SUR, sir, for Strike UR, because, every Strike one had their own, a link called Strike, I think it's Super Strike or something like that.
So we basically want strikes to have their own limelight again.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
like a big free to play kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think Legends. Sorry, I think Dokkan does a really great job with the free-to-play characters, especially during the 6th anniversary. Like they,
Roshi.
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean Roshi, Tien, 18, Krillin 18, Tien, and Roshi. Like if you got one of the units, like the new LR units, like the rest of your reps team can be filled with the rest of those free-to-play reps characters. You know.
Yeah, I like Reps of 7. It's a very, very fun team, especially after year 6. It made them so devastating. And the free to play teams.
Yeah, I mean the free-to-play units aren't no joke either. So I would love to see like some type of updated strike event, like like a strike UR sounds cool, but just seeing those characters get some love again. You know, I'm sure that Bandai's listening to this podcast right now, and they're still in this idea. So
Don't even get me started on that. Don't even Toasty. You take over before I gripe.
Very fair. Very fair. So there's a lot of like debate about what people's opinions is like kind of the weaker link of Dokkan. Like some people dislike the friend system, some people dislike World Tournament,
Mhm.
Battlefield, and everything. Out of all the ones that people argue about, if you could change one, like if you can change one thing about Dokkan to make your enjoyment, like to make your experience more enjoyable, what would you change in Dokkan?
Oh yeah, World Tournament needs to go or get revamped.
Really?
Like I'm sure there's some applauses happening whenever this releases, like next week. But man, I haven't done World Tournament honestly, like seriously, in like a year and a half now. Like I think I even skipped the one in June just because there's just nothing luxurious about it. You know, like the grind is pointless. Like there's no like wasting stones. Like I mean, the units that came out for JP recently look cool, but like what teams like would you run them on? Like competitively, I would say like you can obviously find teams for the Gohan and for the like World Tournament teams, obviously, but
Right.
I mean like just the like being 4 days long, you know, like I don't know, like instead of getting rid of it, like revamping it, like I know we talked about this kind of yesterday, Hayden, but you know, just changing it up to where instead of it being like 4 days, like maybe just 24 hours instead, and like and making like and I know like this word is scary, but I would love to see like some type of Pokemon S deal with some type of PvP with Dokkan, to where like it doesn't really matter if you're a whale or not. It matters if you have the units or not, basically. And instead of like going up against bots, you know, like you would just go up against other players with your units against theirs. But the catch is like your units are like level 1 with like no Link level 10, no Rainbow units, nothing that has an advantage for the whales or for just the free-to-play players. Like I would like to see some type of team competition, just a little bit done better.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
Very interesting. I like hearing the ideas because World Tournament, I think everybody will agree, is the worst thing Dokkan has ever done. It was fun back in the beginning, but it's just the same as it was since the first one. With here's a brand new star basically to follow.
Yeah, I mean the Dokkan groups that I'm on Facebook and mainly, I mean just whenever my friends used to play, it's like the main rewards that you always went for, you know, were the medals, and like the stones and the guys. But they've made it easier to get, right, and orbs too. But they've made other events more enjoyable, I would say, to not be interested anymore in World Tournament. So, and I hate it. Like I used to love World Tournaments, but I'm tired of seeing LR Broly super attack like 300 times. So,
Yeah.
That's one thing I hate about when it comes down to World Tournament. Whenever you do it, if you take on an AoE team, you have to be very careful, because the first time I ever got super attacked by an AoE enemy, I thought I survived the first attack. Like, it was an AGO Golden Freeze. I got hit for like 80k. I was like, that's not 80k, like 8k. I was like, that's really okay. The next thing you know, next unit gets supered. What the heck? That's not fair. AoE shouldn't AoE me, only you.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't give you enough HP to survive it. AoE units suck whenever they attack you. Alright, so back to me. Alright.
Back to you.
Alright, so there's a lot of different events in Dokkan. And you said you've been playing since around year 2. If you could say your favorite Dokkan event, like Dokkan boss event, and no, not Dokkan boss event, your favorite event in Dokkan, what is it?
Man. Yeah, these are new questions. You know what? I really enjoyed year 6's the orbs from that event with the Majin Buu. Like, I enjoyed giving us the slot orbs for the reps teams. Like, that was a cool thing for free to play players, for one, because you don't have to waste your 7-day event with Whis. But you could actually like get those daily. Like, I wish that Dokkan would add that event, for like ever. Like, just making that like a 24-hour thing, and not just making it rep space, but just making it so like you have a chance to get more slot orbs, like more equips, I would say. And so I really enjoyed that event. Like, I don't think I've been heavily playing Dokkan as much as like the 6th year anniversary. Like, June was kind of dry for sure, but man, yeah, that was like one of my favorite events though.
Yeah, I've thought about that for a while, and one thing I've actually wished is what they would do is they gave it like a BPAN event where you get it once a week. However, it changes every month, and each month is a different category. That way, like, one month is Universe 6, one is Siblings Bond, and stuff like that, and every month it changes.
I would like to see that daily if we're gonna like just change it category based, kind of like what Hidden Essentials do, Then like during the weekends they just opened up like all, like, I mean, you're not getting a ton of skill orbs, you're only getting like 3 at a time. So it's like Dokkan's not gonna be hurting to get for people that are gonna be like well out on the peel off troves and all that, but I think it'll help out free to play players quite a bit.
Oh, without a doubt, because there's a lot of them out there. A lot of people out there that, though we have the equips, still don't understand the equips, and also it'd probably be a little better because what they do is they'd get a more abundant amount, so they could constantly be figuring out how some of them work. I had a guy the other day on Instagram message me asking about how the equips worked, and he messaged me about a level 3 crit and additional gold. I was like, wow. That's so good. He's like, is this a good thing? It's only level 3. Is this good? Yes, it's good. What does it do? Does it add more crit or more additional? Yes. That doesn't answer my question. Yes, it does. It adds both.
Yeah. It's like, yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna rat out one of my users that follow me, but they quote unquote accidentally put a level 5 gold crit on MUI Goku. And I was like, all right, well, I'll hide your comment from the others, but man, just yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know how to use them, so
That's your last warning.
yeah, instant block. So don't ever do that again, bro.
You don't say this, otherwise Adam will find you, he'll block you on TikTok, or I'll just find you and I'll teach you how to use them.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Like a horror movie thing. You just hear a knock knock at the window. Hello? You need to know about Dokkan?
You don't know how to use your equips, buddy? Well, guess what?
You're about to learn.
So see, I'm gonna need you to make me an edit like it's a horror movie scene with one of my faces and like coming out of the ground. Like, you need to learn about Dokkan. You need to do it like The Ring. It's just me coming out of the well like you can learn Dokkan.
Except instead of on a TV, it'll just pop up on their phone as they're trying to play Dokkan, and you're just like trying to grab them from the phone screen. It's like, Hayden, no!
Just a teeny tiny hand comes out of the screen, like it's not even normal size. It's like SpongeBob size. Like, come here, I shall teach you the ways of God Himself.
How did you get in our
Play
house?
Hayden.
You said you don't play Dokkan, did you?
Nobody would be safe. It's like,
that Dokkan?
oh, that'd
Funny.
be hilarious. Back to you, Toasty.
It's actually kind of funny that we mentioned like the whole orb situation. There's a lot of things that are like one big change that happened at Dokkan was the hidden potential system. Is there anything that you would do to make that a little bit more user friendly? Or better yet, is there anything that you would want to add? Like, like all
Yeah.
like the crit
Yes.
chants and everything. Is there anything that you would want to add to the hidden potential system?
I would like to see a new mechanic in it. Like, I would like to see like a choice of awakening. So with like, say like they come out with like new units and has like base form Goku. Like any dupes that you get of that unit, you could choose what he transforms into.
Finally!
And kind of do what?
Finally, somebody else has this idea!
Yeah, I just
You weren't crazy, Hayden.
well, I'm sorry for stealing your idea, Hayden. I was just saying, I would just like to see like, like Dragon Ball. Whenever you grew up, like playing the games and stuff, like what was the most hype about it was choosing what you got to transform into from the Budokai Tenkaichi games, from the Xenoverse game, which Xenoverse you couldn't, but just from the Budokai saga mostly. Just the ability just to like pick and choose what you transform, either as like a awakening mechanic or just like a new active skill like during the game. I would like to see that like kind of come into fruition. And also like, I mean, kind of what we were talking about like from the last question is just making hidden potential orbs easier to get, not forcing it behind like people that are brand new players, obviously not being able to do like chain battle or explosive chain battle or even like the world tournament, honestly, without having the units that they need, like they're going to be struggling. And so to reach the ranks that they need to get those orbs, like I'd like to see Dokkan insert some type of better event for people to get more hidden potential orbs. Because right now, like you can get like training items from three different events, like awakening medals from 2 different events. Like strictly those items, like you can obviously get those items from like doing any event, if you just land on the right capsule. But for like hidden potentials, like I'd like to see those incorporated in events, like you could like land on like a capsule, like a gold capsule or a platinum one, and you can like get a hidden potential orb. So I'd like to see like more players be able to like hidden potential their units quicker, so they can like see like how great those units actually are.
That's very fair.
I like that idea. I really do. I really like the multiple awakening because I've talked about that before. As I wish we'd have something like that. It'd make the game so much more. It's like Eevee. Add evolution to Dokkan.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd like to see it as an active, honestly, more or less than the hidden potential. Like I'd like to see like you get to pick and choose kinda like what your Goku could turn into,
Like Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, exactly. Like depending on which Goku you get, like they could make like multiple Gokus. Like they could have like a Dragon Ball Z Goku, a Dragon Ball Super Goku, a Dragon Ball GT Goku, Like
Right.
so it doesn't like uncanon like the DBZ verse, but like allowing like that's like 10, 20 units right there. Like you can do Frieza, Cell, Boo, Goku Black. Well, I guess like Goku Black would kind of be like just Rose, but
Unless it's heroes.
yeah, no, that's true. We're gonna have a Super Saiyan 4 Rose soon. You heard it here first.
I mean,
That would be kind of cool, though.
it really would. I like the fact that Goku Black did the excess of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan evolutions before the main characters truly did. Because we just have Super Vegetas, Super Blue Vegeta, basically.
I guess like Evolution was technically like Super Saiyan 2-esque, but like Heroes just said screw it, like Rose gets like Super Saiyan 3, you know? like,
Like,
like, yeah.
it's funny that like, we turn around, we're like, oh yeah, that's ridiculous. Ha 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 ha. Unless, like,
yeah. It's like, hey, if it sells, you know? I mean, hey, we don't know what they do over there in Japan, man. Like that it's Heroes is all money grab. You know, like you guys know. But like
It's
any of those units, it's just uncanon stuff that sounds cool but will never work.
fan
And
service to the highest degree, and I love it.
yeah, same.
Aiden, back to you.
All right. Well, one thing I've got to say prior is because I talked to Adam last night and got to know him a little better. And this isn't my actual question, but Adam, you said you have a goal in Dokkan. This isn't my question. What is your goal? You said you have a small goal and you're comparable to a big YouTuber.
I had a goal. Oh, man, we said so much stuff. What did I? Can you give me a hint what I said?
You had said you wanted to rainbow every unit.
Yes.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a tall order.
That's a very expensive pocketbook too.
It is, and I talked to him for a while. I learned a little bit of stuff out there, and I figured out that he is the whale of our pod. I'm a beluga. I'm still a whale, but not an actual whale. You're more like
You're a baby whale.
Yeah, I'm okay with that term. But you've done a lot of summons, right? Theoretically, what would you say
100%.
is the biggest shaft you've ever had when it comes down to summoning?
Oh, yeah. Well, 3 of them, but
Okay.
out of one. So back to back, 1,000-day celebration. Shafted hard on the Vegeta Blue and the Rose. Shafted hard on the Bojack. And by shafted, I mean like free-to-play college student that cooped up like 300 stones, did the discounts, got the tickets, didn't pull a unit, bought out the sales, didn't pull a single one. And whenever I was on the Facebook group at the time, like everyone was pulling them, so it caused me to spend more money to see if I could pull them. Didn't happen. And then same thing happened like 2 weeks later with the LR Bojack. And so, but the worst shaft that actually caused me to take a break with Dokkan was the movie banner units. So the Gogeta and the Broly. Gogeta I pulled first multi. Broly took me 6,000 stones and I didn't pull them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. I rainbowed the Broly. I rainbowed the Paragus. I rainbowed literally every single unit that was on there, but I didn't pull one Broly. Like I tried for 5 days straight. Like first day was like 2,000 stones, and after that every day was 1,000. And mind you, at the time I was only like a Walmart worker, so like I went into debt for Dokkan, and I realized how much money I actually spent, and it actually trajected me to find a better job, obviously, because I had to get myself out of debt. But yeah, I put down the game for up until the 3-year anniversary for global. So
You know what? I can understand the pain of doing all that. I never try to rainbow units. I never do. I'll go there, say buy 1,000 stones overall, spend those, and I'll stop after that, or I'll buy the sales out and do that. Only once have I ever LR rainbowed a unit off banner, and that was the LR Tech Gohan that came out during Christmas last year.
oh,
That
wow.
was such a good banner.
I loved it. Yeah.
But but I can understand the pain of wanting to stop after summoning said unit, because I told you a while last night about my LR Gohan adventure with AGL LR Transformation Gohan, right?
Yeah.
How I spent an unknown amount of money, which nobody out there knows, to get this
It
unit,
was
and couldn't get it.
$100.
Huh?
Said it was $100.
No. I wish. But no, I spent so much money that nobody knows out there. I couldn't get him. And get him off 5 stones, and that pissed me off for days.
Fine. Dang.
He sat in my
At least
box
you pulled him.
He sat in my box for 4 days before I even awoken him to a UR. Because I was so mad at that unit.
He has such a good art too.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was top 10 in the game back then. So Kamehameha like category obviously like changed the game, but
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love how Hayden's like always like, oh man, this really sucks, and I just kind of chime in like, oh yeah, but he looks pretty.
It's like the stupid freaking Goku Black. I hate.
He has a cool sticker.
Intelligence Goku Black is the worst Dokkan Fest unit in the game.
You put a sticker on him, he looks pretty.
It does look pretty good with the sticker, Hayden.
Thank you.
Beauty
But
cannot save the travesty that is him.
That is true. I will say, Hayden, I did not pull Broly, so that's why I quit the game. So in 6,000
man.
stones, I didn't pull a single copy.
You know,
Wow.
yeah.
And at the time, that's whenever I discovered who Nanogenix was.
Oh.
I followed him, and then I unfollowed him because he kept on pulling Broly. So
Man, you're so cool.
You're not petty. You're not petty.
no, I follow Nano now. Like, there's a thing called ABC Look on TikTok that I am. The people that probably listen to this from the shout out future will probably understand, but ABC Look's a thing now, I guess. And so I'm disputing it, but I understand like how Nano felt now, you know. So
With all like LR Gen X and everything.
yeah, except it's not ABC LR, it's just ABC Lux. So
Already been. Okay. Back to you, Toasty. That was a good one. I like that. Very sad, but kind of funny in the long run.
thanks, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen, we got real.
yeah.
So we were talking about like Super Saiyan 4 Rose, like some ridiculous stuff like that.
Mhm.
So even in Heroes, for example, there's a lot of characters that are just thrown around. It
Yes,
can
sir.
either be, it could be a repeat character, it can be anything. If you can add any character into the game, new art, new style, like who would you add?
Yeah, man, I would do like 2 of them. One is like one I would make them LRs. Like I think it's time we get a Heroes LR unit,
I agree.
like an extreme and then a super one. So the first one I would do an extreme tech, Hearts Godslayer.
Oh my god, yes.
Nice.
I think like obviously like planetary destruction or terrifying conquerors or big bad bosses would be the lead. With just like probably Janemba S stats that just came out for global. And I don't know, like change it up like some key absorption or rainbow key or like crazy like attack or def like an attack all LR for hearts like and then the second one an LR duo Gogeta Blue and Vegeta Blue or Vegito Super Saiyan 4. So
Dude, that would be sick.
kind of like the duos that we've seen like in the past for Dokkan, just as an LR, and like their passives just allow that unit to like get his form. So like, well, I guess it would be Vegito Blue because I'd like to see the Kaioken times 100 that he did against Cumber, and then the new like Vegito 4, like the crazy final Kamehameha looked pretty sick in Heroes. So.
Dude, that's a great idea.
It really is. Heroes is a really fun thing. Like Vegito himself, I love Vegito. He's got Dokkan When started, and I'm always gonna love Vegito for that.
And with the Hearts unit, I could totally see the Dokkan style of like the cube attacks and everything.
Yes.
And like an active skill could easily just be like just deleting, like how he deleted Zamasu.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, man. I'm a sucker for hearts. Third would probably be like Cumber. You know, like I'm a big Cumber person. Like
He
whenever
looks
they
cool.
introduced. Yeah, I mean the fact that he took down both Vegetos, you know, with like just his base form, or I guess he went Super Saiyan against one of them. But yeah, like they made him a god like right off the bat, and it's like, man, like I would love for them to like give us that in real life, you know?
Right.
Or I guess like in Dokkan, like I know they did give us him, but like just his like full transforming capabilities, like super like base form, like Super Saiyan, like giant ape form. Did he go Super Saiyan 3? I'm
He
trying to remember.
he did go
The
Super
jo-
Saiyan 3.
There's a
Okay.
physical card where it's Super Saiyan 3 and
Yes.
transforms into Great Ape.
That's actually not Super Saiyan 3. That's just Super Saiyan. Because at the
Yeah,
time he
that's
couldn't go, but whenever he took on Godslayer Turles or whatever his title was, he was Super Saiyan 3 Cumber.
yeah.
Real quick side tangent. That whole thing. What was Turles? What was up with him with that long hair?
I don't know.
Was he? Yeah.
Plot armor.
Plot
That
armor.
it depends on like what the week was because that the fruit that he ate came from what's his face's lair, right? Forgetting who it is.
Who?
Akihabara?
The guy with the purple guy with glasses.
Boo.
Oh, Fu.
Phil, yeah. He gave him the fruit, right, to transform.
Yeah.
So I mean, like hearts, not hearts. Fu was literally like giving everyone like crazy like upgrades. So I think that was like it wasn't Godslayer Turles. I think it was just Turles like beefed up, kind of like what they did in Xenoverse. You know, with like the evil presence that Toa gave
Oh,
him during Xenoverse 2.
right.
It was just the power level that they needed just to, you know, sell some cards that week. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Heroes does that a lot. Is they'll bring that one character that was. Though you could bring in Farmer with a shotgun, give him a special shotgun, and boom, he's comparable to Super Saiyan Kaioken 4 Blue.
well, before, I don't know how, like, I've been following Dragon Ball Hero since like 2007. Like, I thought this was like the new Dragon Ball like anime that came out basically,
Same.
but it was just like all the trailers for it. And the old units that would transform, like the DBZ villains, they all had like the during like the Demon Saga, they had like the Dragon Balls inside them. That's where we got like Xenocell, like Boo, Frieza, like all with the Dragon Ball inside like their chest. And Turles actually had a form then too. So
Well, you can't forget Baby Hotjock. I'm still waiting for that, Heroes. I'm waiting for Baby Hotjock and Dokkan.
yeah, he's coming. I saw randomly like a MUI Turles that looked kind of exactly like Goku. So I was like, well, that's interesting.
Its Ultimate Evil Saiyan form is apparently the name of long hair Turles. It looks like Super Saiyan 3.
That's ridiculous.
Evil Super Saiyan.
It's better than Nappa's look. So
Goddamn Nappa.
Arguable, but okay.
He looks like Kratos. He looks like a Dragon Ball version of Kratos.
yeah, the Super Saiyan 3 Nappa literally just has like a long beard and he looks like God of War's Kratos. So
When I first played Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission and I saw that
yeah.
alongside Super Saiyan Raditz, I lost my mind. I'm like, yo, hold on.
Yeah, because they were at the beginning of the game, like pretty early, and so I was like, oh, we doing this now, heroes? Okay.
Hey, Vegeta,
Alright, we're on.
look, I'm a Super Saiyan, Vegeta. Look. I can go
Yeah.
even further beyond. Ha!
We don't have like a
Hayden,
Gogeta.
it's up to you.
Alrighty. So, Dokkan has a lot of categories in this game, and we even made a joke a while back. I think there's getting close to like 60 categories in the game. I could be wrong.
Give or
Yep.
take.
If you could omit one category, and this is the whole thing, if you omit the category, it gets rid of every unit involved in that category. What category
Right.
would it be?
Probably giant form. Um, One, because it would allow, because I don't think Global got it yet on Super Battle Royale, the Giant Form stage. So I'm not ready to play that for one, But I I don't really just see like a benefit. Like I'm trying to think of like all the characters from it right now. Like I know like Tapion just got his EZA for Global. But
You'd
That's
lose.
fair.
You'd lose Cumber.
man, don't say that.
Lose Cumber, Metal
Yeah.
Cooler, Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, LR
Baby.
Baby,
Okay with.
or Godmo.
Oh
Okay
no,
with.
not for Kamo.
Yep, he can go, man. They've been giving us a lot of Universal Saga characters recently, so, and they're not gonna stop anytime. Like I could see us getting like an LR trio pretty soon, of Universe. So
That would be dope.
I mean, they just gave us the angel from, I think it's Universe 11. What's her name? Margarita?
yes, yeah, she's gonna like, well, that whole entire like Peppy Gal category just got like freaking boosted. Like I'm gonna run my JP teams with like all those characters,
That's
and I'm excited.
That's 3 angels. They're slowly giving us the capability to build an angel team. We have a guy on our podcast named Will who's wanted a Grand Priest card since the second episode of this. And I think what they're doing is they're slowly building up a team that can be led by Grand Priest.
Oh,
That'd
I'd
be
love
awesome.
that. Like swap that out with Giant Form,
Angelic is just the
I mean,
category.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get like it gets rid of like the Bardock team, but it also gets rid of the worst waifu that anyone has a love for, and that's Ribrianne. Like, there's literally, I hate Ribrianne with a passion, so I'll be the basic white girl with that response too.
You're not the only one. Dale hates her.
Well, what's been the newest unit for that? For Giant Form? Like minus EZAs.
I think the newest one could theoretically be the most recent. Yeah, he's the most recent TUR. Then you have Tapion as the EZA.
No, yeah, so like so minus Tapion, like the minus the EZAs, like
you have the one world tournament chick.
She just come out.
I don't remember her name. She's the one from the Dragon Ball Saga with the Bancho fan.
Oh, yeah. Dang, sorry.
And also the free-to-play Intelligence Vegeta that goes great up. You can't forget him.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He's way better than MUI guys. So, man, I have to take back this whole entire... I'm retracting it right now. Let's get rid of reps, Like, we have to have Giant Form in the game. I completely forgot about that Vegeta. I feel like a fool. I've let your whole entire listeners down. And so, man...
How dare you? You misled us.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, just thinking about all the units though, like Giant Form definitely. Like I could live without. Like I'm not too key on like the Heavenly Saga or whatever it was called. Is it Heavenly Events?
Yeah, Heavenly Events.
Heavenly Events.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm obviously losing Garlic Jr., which is gonna break my heart, but I mean, like I don't know, probably be between those two.
Fair enough. Honestly, like Giant Form is one of them. Like some of them, I think of like honestly, a category that I could live without would truly be the low class warriors.
Yeah. What about your AGL Bardock, Hayden?
I mean, I like the AGL Bardock, but I even gripe about the fact I've talked twice when it comes down to at least favorite categories and categories that need a buff. I've talked about the low class warriors because when it comes down to it, there are 2 quote-unquote really good units on the category, which are the Bardock and Turles are the 2 best units on the low-class warriors. And
yeah.
I mean, You can't have a category of like all that with just 2 units trying to survive. Let me actually look at the category. Yeah, you've got Raditz, you've got Bardock, Turles, Budotin, Goku. Yeah, it's a category that'd be fine without because it's so limited in what it actually has that it's honestly just a waste of what it can do. At least Giant Form and Heavenly Events can link well with each other and can do stuff. When it comes down to this, a lot of your units you'll be running are free to play. Like honestly, unless you're ABC over here.
Yeah, I feel bad. I didn't like grind for the free to play units till like the second to last day of the anniversary. And so it's kind of just for like the card collection. But like whenever I made a video saying like I want you to do it this video with like your best team, like there were a lot of people that only had free to play units. And so like I it's cool like that they did that, but like I free to play grinding is very tedious for me, so I'll only do it whenever I have like nothing else to do, you know.
I understand that. It's the same. My same thing with EZA areas. I hate those things. They're just a waste of time and not worth it.
Yeah, I hated the B-Pan one for sure.
Back to you, Toasty.
So, speaking of like all like the low class warriors and everything, I got thinking about the Bardock squad, and obviously they're really kind of mid at the moment.
Mhm.
Out of all the units that have been released so far, free to play or not, is there any character that you would want to EZA and why?
100%. You, this might go into a 3-hour podcast right here, guys. You saved the best question for me. Okay, kidding. Yeah. So, man, I think it's time. 1,000-day celebration. Tech Vegito Blue gets his EZA. And I'm talking about he's gonna be game breaking. Like he's gonna put the Tech 5th anniversary LR to shame. Like they're gonna give him colossal damage for his super attack, and they're going to change his leader skill from instead of including all 5 super types, it's just gonna be attack and defense 100. I'd say 150%. Like I'll be fair. Instead of having all 5 super types on the team, you just have super type units on the team. And so I would definitely, and then for his I would say like for his like passive, like a great chance to like launch up to 2 additional attacks, and then like each of them has like a medium chance to become like a super attack. So Kai or Key like +1 up to +3, and then like attack and defense like plus like 10 or 15%, you know, up to 180% with like each attack performed. So
I don't like that. We actually had one of our talks that we talked about was Tech Vegito, and I wanted to give him a crit support, like 10% crit support.
I mean, honestly, he's still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Like the thing with me was like if you just gave him defense, you know, like he would still be pretty solid on most teams that you run with him. But I think they are saving both him and Rose for like something big, and that they're just gonna like, be game breaking EZAs, you know, like what STR Broly was, not INT Gohan or unfortunately AGL Majin Vegeta. But I'm pretty excited for their EZAs when they come. I would personally just like to see them become the best again, you know?
Oh yeah. What if they added like counter mechanic and that's all they did? That was his EZA, he got a counter mechanic.
Hey, they can't screw up as much as they did with Majin Vegeta. So that's all I.
I'm not.
Don't you mean Super Saiyan 3 Broly?
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. LR Majin Vegeta is just so fresh on my mind. You know, like I finally pulled him on my global side, like literally 3 months ago, and so like first time like in this game since like second year, and I finally pulled AGL Majin Vegeta, and I was excited for EZA, and they come out with a passive that you need like Bulma and Kid Trunks, or you have to go against a Goku type, which is fine. But like the Bulma makes no sense because like what links does Bulma has? Any of the Bulmas that we have in game currently, minus like Rage Vegeta, who is like dog water, you know?
Well, I mean, maybe think of it this way. Maybe that's going to be giving us a hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh yeah, nope. LR, Baby Trunks, and Bulma confirmed for worldwide. So you're
Trunks,
100% correct.
Bulma, I do this for you, and even for you,
Yeah.
Kakarot.
No, we just need that same LR art that Trunks and Bulma had, and we just need it to be Vegeta in like his pink shirt. So like riding in the car, like he's driving, Trunks is in like the side cab, and like Bulma's in the back, you know? Like that's gonna be the game breaking LR. Like get out of the way MUI, get out of the way Tech Vegeta. Like Vegeta's family's about to get like the best like buff of its entire generation.
I
So.
know in GT Vegeta drove, but in Dragon Ball Z, did Vegeta ever drive? Does Vegeta know how to drive a car?
I don't think so.
Nope, he never did.
Oh my god, can we
The
get
one-
a Piccolo car card? Oh my god.
Yeah.
New support item.
Yeah, worldwide is gonna be interesting for sure. But take Vegeta Blue though. Like I posted about him actually last month on my TikTok, and I kind of talked a little bit more about what I wanted to see with him. But him and Rose, I think they're due because it'll finally allow Hayden to love another Black Goku unit again and not be disappointed. So
I don't like any of the Goku Black units. I hate them all.
exactly, that's why the EZA STR Black Goku is gonna like knock your socks off.
Oh no, I like Rose. I hate Goku Black. I like the Rose units. Goku Black units suck.
Yeah, I needed him for my what was it, corroded body and mind team. With like the Type Janemba. He almost got me killed a few times.
Mm-hmm.
But what it's like what unit doesn't, you know, like we don't get the freaking same name update, you know, so till like literally this next Monday. And so you can't run both Janembas on the team, so you get to have either like not LR, either like Majin, like Tech Majin Vegeta, or like Fizz, like what's his face from Majin Buu Saga Bora, you know, or like if you don't have Tech Janemba as your lead, you won't beat that event, I'm afraid. Like that's the only event that I have not been able to help out anyone with. But anyway, sorry to get sidetracked. Just hoping for some easy A's for those boys. So
Very fair. Very fair.
Yeah. I have 2 eggs. I don't know why. I have chicken eggs right in my hand.
Oh.
yeah.
One's blue.
Well, what came first, chicken or the egg? Anyway, Hayden, up to you.
To answer that question really quick is 2 answers depend on your beliefs.
Oh boy.
If it's
So
scientific,
Hayden came first.
scientifically, the egg would have come first. Religiously, the chicken came first. Anyway,
Fair.
well, it was all right. We're gonna go to our final question for the night. So,
Oh
Toasty,
boy.
Toasty, come up with whatever question you want. Make it as hard as you want or as easy as you want. Because I know I've been giving Adam some of the hardball ones that I haven't asked before, just because of a little statement he said. Other people out there for Dokkan Who in the future, be wary about what you say to me. But
Yes,
Agreed.
Hayden. Intimidate everyone, please.
Yeah.
I mean, I am very intimidating, don't you know?
It's a narrator voice.
He'll kidnap the guy if you don't answer his questions. Like I'm being forced to do this. I'm in his basement right now. So
Joke's on you. I don't have a basement.
I have an attic.
I do have an attic. I'm in a house that's 113 years old. I'm afraid if anybody jumps wrong in this house, this whole house is gonna tumble like a house of cards.
Oh jeez.
That's a cool house, though. It's literally we have one of the oldest houses in the state. I think we're like third oldest still standing house in the state that's actually functional.
That's cool, man.
But my final question is going to be one that I don't even have an answer for. Dokkan has a lot of mechanics in the game. Revived mechanic, hidden potential, soon to be same name update, all that stuff. If you could do away with one mechanic entirely, whatever the thing could be, active skills, transformation, even category as its own mechanic, what mechanic in the game would you get rid of?
Man, yeah, I'm trying to. That's a good, yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if I'd get rid of. Well, I mean, I guess that was the question. I would just like to see like more. As I'm thinking of, yeah, as I'm thinking of the question, I will say this. I would like to see more animations done for the old units, why they get 3ZA, that they are also getting their character revamped too. And so instead of coming out with new units, they just come out with EZA characters that have their animations, because that'll fix the people having a desire to actually EZA those units, because instead of like waiting for like the new, Majin Vegeta that comes out, that's gonna have like a pretty sick like um final Jesus, what was that attack called?
Final
The
explosion.
comment.
Yeah, instead of waiting for a new one like that to perform that, we got that with SSB technically, but like just to revamp his EZA, just get like like new animations with it. Man, yeah, there's so many. I'm trying to think of like all the mechanics in the game.
How about I give you 5? I'll give you 5 mechanics, and you just choose from them. That way, you're not sitting there trying to think of all of them, because there are a lot of mechanics in the game.
Okay, yeah, I'll take 5 of them.
Active skill, revival mechanic, hidden potential. How about, let's say, transformation and categories?
I don't know. I'd like to kind of see them kind of merge like transformation into hidden potential. Like instead of like having people farm for hidden potential orbs, like the units that they get like basically like powers up that unit, and when you like max them out to like five levels or something, like say like each unit that you pull, like he starts off on level 1, then you get a dupe that's level 2, then you get a dupe that's level 3, then you get a dupe that's level 4, then you get a dupe that's level 5. Like that'll just like allow like new, like I don't like a new transformation, for Goku, or like a new active ability, or a new category unlocked. Like I'd kind of like to see that, because it still incentivizes Dokkan to have people want to pull those units, but it also just like takes away like people having to pay for hidden potential orbs. So
Okay.
if that makes sense, like
It does.
all that out.
It makes sense.
I'll allow that answer.
I know it was kind of like basically like a repeat from a question a few, like 30 minutes ago.
Oh,
but
you're.
man, I would
It's all
do
good.
it.
It's all good when it comes down to this. I wanted to see if I could stump you, because I
You
literally just
did.
came up with one.
Nope, you got me, man. I was like, man, they were hard questions, but I was like, I've pre-thought. I was like, what is he gonna ask me? So I didn't think of mechanics.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Tosi, you can finish us off with the last question, brother.
Oh man, it's an honor. So all of us have started Dokkan at one point. To anyone that's thinking of starting Dokkan or anyone that's new to it, what is a piece of advice that you'd give to them?
Oh man, my answers have changed in the past month. Like, first started TikTok, like, I started in July, and so there were a lot of things that I had in my ways of habits to where I thought it was good for Dokkan. Um, to where now it's like, no, like do this instead. It's like save your story mode as much as you can and go for like the free to play units definitely. Like the Bardock team for sure. Because with the Bardock team you're basically able to beat most of the um like the events with like MUI Goku, just get like their medals and stuff. And then, you can like doing the free to play events and doing all the events itself, you should be able to start getting like Zenny every day, training equipment every day. So very, it's a grind, but you're able to save those stones from story mode for when the units that you want to summon for pop up. You're not having to like spend a lot of money on like trying to get the units because you don't have any story mode left to grind and you only have like easy A's left to do. So if you are a brand new Dokkan player, me personally, I would just say like focus on doing events first, and getting like all the free to play characters you can. Like I said, like the LR Bardock team, it is very mid, but you are able to get through most events, with them. And so save your story mode as much as possible. Like during Dokkan's 6th anniversary, like the fact that story mode was like 4 times XP was like crazy. Like I think it jumped like 50 levels just from like link leveling. And
Right,
so
right.
that'll like allow people like during like the worldwide celebration and during like Tanabata, New Year's type celebration, and during like the anniversary. I mean, there's not a lot of story mode to grind, but if you're brand new, like save the story mode for something that you really want to get. And then during that time, you're able to get your team cost up. You're able to get your you should have enough medals and stuff already from like building up your team and all that. But if you save that story mode, I think like total stones is about like 700 something. So like that's a lot of multis, for a
That's a
single
lot of
summon.
stones.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna recommend anyone to like farm their accounts because with saving and stuff, it's just not worth getting your account banned, just for not wanting to grind it out yourself. So
Fair enough. That's one thing I do miss is like you and I discussed is it's easy to get stones for the newer players, whereas veterans who have been playing for longer than 2 years, it's so hard to do. I wish we could just do something with the story event. I want stones again. I want to have dragon stones.
And really,
yeah.
honestly, that's really good advice, though, I have to admit.
Well, that's just the other thing too, is like with the story mode, like I wish like the way that Dokkan could literally fix itself is to like up the difficulty for the story mode and just reset it like they did for like One Piece's Treasure Cove. And so like I don't even care if they require you to be at a certain level, like you have to be at like level 500 to restart the story mode or something because like if people are taking advantage of like the story mode, if you're like a free to play player, like I was doing like math and if you started at level 1 um, and you did and you story mode all the way up with XP, like you would be at least at level 400 by the time that you were done with your story mode, which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like why not just like reset the story mode for people? Like allow people to like allow free to play players to not feel like they're getting shafted every time they like don't have enough stones. They don't want to spend money, you know. Like I'm a whale, like I spend a lot of money on stones, but like I understand where I was a free play player at one time. And so, like, Dokkan, like, fix your game, you know?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm hopeful for like version Z, you know, if we actually ever get it. Like, there's rumors that version Z might come, you know, like after the 7th anniversary, you know, and it becomes just like kind of a not like a new game, just something new. Or I'm like hoping like JP and Global like kind of combines, you know. So we talked about this yesterday, Hayden, but like the fact that JP literally ruins the hype sometimes for global players because the week before Global's anniversary was supposed to come out, like they got freaking Tech Gogeta. And then the week before, like Videl came out, which is, you know, it's like up in the air if she's like the best or not, but she's a pretty solid TUR. Like they come out with like Super Vegeta, you know, for Japan. So it's like, dang, you know, like stop ruining like our fun over here and like just combine the dang names already. So
The biggest problem when it comes down to it is they'd still have that hype moment for like anniversaries and stuff. It's just to keep the anniversaries going. They couldn't sync us both up at the same time for that.
no, I know, and that's why I think with like version Z, like that's the anniversary. Like whenever they combine the games, you know, like it's not basing it off of when Dokkan started for JP or Global. It's basing it off of when version Z started, you know. So if that means it's like the 3rd year of version Z or like the 8th year of Dokkan, like it doesn't matter what they call it, you know, as long as like we get to keep all the characters and stuff, like that could technically be like that loophole around the like the 6-month period between like Global and JP. So
Dokkan Battle 2, coming soon to a mobile near you.
Oh God,
right.
no. No, no.
Uh
Please, no.
whenever whenever I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Generations on my iPad, like back in 2014, I guess they closed that app down in 2017 for Duel Links to come out. And I never, like, I got the announcement from Konami in like my old email, but it's like, yeah, like you don't get to keep your characters or you don't get your money back or anything like that. Like, we're just shutting down the game. So it's like, damn.
I mean, they did that with Naruto
Like,
Blazing a while, like what was it, almost close to a year ago.
yeah, that's true. They have like that shadow game. So
I feel so bad for the whales, like the people that spend so much money on the games, like Truth and Nano and all them that spend all this money. And there's going to come a day out there. This is a very sad thing. We had a guy in our Discord. We're actually about to end this, Adam. So I will get back to you in a second, I promise. But
you're good.
we had a guy in our Discord asking about Dokkan Y. Toasty, do you know what Dokkan Y is?
It's explain. No, wait.
For the podcast, Dokkan Y.
Yeah, that's not like why we keep playing, right?
Dokkan Y is going to be our final episode because that'll be after the game is dead. There's nothing left to do.
Oh.
We've gone because as much as we would love the game, it'd be very hard to keep running a podcast over a dead game.
Yeah.
So whenever we get to an actual Dokkan How, I know I have Dokkan How in one of our things, but whenever you see a title that's Dokkan How, you know for a fact we're coming to an end. So people out there, Dokkan Y. Granted, it's who, what, where, when, why, how. It's a very sad thing. Why sounds super stupid, but it's a very sad thing. I'm not ready for it because the money I've spent in this game, it's going to hurt. The money that Adam spent in the game, it's going to hurt him. The YouTubers that spend the money in this game, it's going to hurt them so much. And as I think about it, I don't want Dokkan to end. It's a lifestyle now. I dream about Dokkan sometimes.
It wasn't a phase, Mom.
I've made a joke a while. I'll let you go, Adam.
So I was saying I had a dream before the Videl banner dropped that I actually like got a Goku Black Rift the first multi, and that I was streaming and stuff like on TikTok, and that I actually pulled him and like the chat was hyping all that, and then I woke up and I was like, dang. So
you wake up in the middle of the night. Ah! I got her! Wait. Your wife wakes up. Adam, are you okay?
Yeah.
Was it a dream?
I've had some of those. I've had dreams like during the LR17 banner. I couldn't even sleep. Like as bad as like the not the part 2 banners, but the the GT Tech one that was terrible because he wasn't actually benefiting like GT bosses at all. Like the one that when he came out, he didn't release till like 2 a.m. for me, so like I didn't even go to bed. Like I stayed up all night for him and got him like on the 3rd multi randomly, but I haven't done that in a minute, so I don't know why I was like so like anxious to pull him or not.
I think it's just a collection. Like me, I don't want a rainbow every unit. I want to have a copy of every unit. I'm 2 Dokkan Fest. Yeah, 2 Dokkan Fest right now. I'm missing the Trunks and Goten and Videl now. Out of all the Dokkan Fests, at least on global. I'm global. I'm
really
global.
Good.
Yeah, and I'm missing 4 LRs, 5 LRs. Yeah, 5 LRs. And
I'm doing a TikTok video that we posted like way after the podcast comes out. Nano Minex posted his like box reveal for like JP and Global, and like before he like went into the box, he said like how many stones he like used, and he like guesstimated for for JP like his main account he did like 350,000, and then for Global it's like closer to 100,000. And he's like, he doesn't know the US dollars cost. So, like, I actually did the math for him.
God.
And it was, like, crazy. So, it's like 350,000, like, divided by, like, 91 stones. Because, that stones you get from, like, a $45 multi or $45 transaction. It was, like, 7,000. It was, like, 7,000 something. And then, like, total, like, amount spent. He like, and then like, so I did like the division and stuff for like both of them. It was like 100,000 divided by like 91. It was like 1,099. Multiplied that by 45, and that was like $49,000. And then on the JP side, he spent $188,000.
Oh, wow.
So total, Nanogenics has spent $237,000 on Dokkan
My
Battle.
God.
So I don't even want to know what Truth spent.
Oh, God. The fact that he literally always has like 4,000 or 5,000 stones at the ready, you never know.
Yeah. No, I mean, people people call me like Truth or Gursh 2.0 because I had 9,000 for anniversary. I'm like, guys, like, I saved up those stones for like 6 months. Like, I summoned every banner still, and I still rainbowed them out. But like, it was nothing like Truth does. Like, if I run out of stones, I run out of stones. Like, I just don't get to rainbow those guys,
All right, and that is our Dokkan Who. We could honestly talk for a while. We really could. We could have like another 45 minutes of Dokkan Who. But it's just for the convenience of all of us. I'm not saying anything rude, so if this sounds rude, Adam, I'm sorry. I think for the convenience of all of us, this is a good little spot to end it.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, Adam, I know you said at prior to the beginning of this what you were on, but do you want to plug in any of your stuff really quick?
Yeah, guys. I'm on TikTok right now, ABC.plays, and then in my info it has my YouTube that I'll be starting up pretty soon. So I'm just posting shorts of my TikTok videos in it right now. YouTube equipment is expensive, and so I definitely just I'm gonna keep it kind of streamlined on TikTok for a while until I can start getting better stuff. But hey, if you want to come check me out on TikTok, I post content daily that has like news, breaking news, like how to get stones, how to like best teams for like your characters and stuff. I post like random memes sometimes, and so it was fun, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot of fun to have people on here. Like it's fun to just meet other players and learn about them. It's just more of interview is the easiest way to say it because you get to learn the people, and I really love Dokkan Who is probably my favorite segment out of all of this, just because the fact of meeting new players, new advancements, and new ideas on it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Toasty, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, and honestly, great to meet you, Adam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you too, man.
So if you guys out there want to be featured on Dokkan Who, I now have a rule out there. I need to say this because I got messaged by very people that are younger than the age I want. sounds very terrible. And you need to be
That sounds
16.
very terrible.
You need to be 16 in order to be on our podcast, guys. If you are 16 or older, I'll be glad to have you. So if you are 16 or older and want to be on Dokkan Who, come check out the Dokkan Who podcast Instagram. It's Dokkan Who podcast with underscores in between each one. Check out our TikTok, which is the exact same name, Dokkan Who podcast with the underscores. Go check out our Facebook page, which is Dokkan Who podcast. Nobody's in it right now, and you know what? Nobody uses Facebook anymore, so that's perfectly fine. And check us out on YouTube at KH Hauser, which soon may change. But yeah, you want to come hit us up? Tell me why Adam is better than Truth. Say why he's not. Who knows? You could like me better than Adam. No offense to Adam. Just who knows? You could like Toasty for whatever weird reason. But say bye, guys.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.